Welcome back to your new favorite podcast. Are You Garbage? Don't Sue Us. Couple Pines Pod. Let me redo that. Welcome back to your favorite podcast, A Couple Pines Pod. Just had to throw that shot out there. Not going to cut it out. Anyway, we apologize for the week break. Kollin was on vacation. We have a lot of shit going on. If you couldn't tell yet, we're in two very different places. We're trying to make it work. We're making it work.
Do we apologize?
No.
I don't apologize.
I'm strictly
in the fucking slightest.
I'm strictly apologizing for taking a week off because you were like, I don't have reception. And I was like, Olivia and I will do this wild fucking episode that I still want to do. That's in the reserves, but we didn't do it because me and Olivia also had a busy week. I got a full-time job. She's working full-time. Collin's in the fucking mountains doing all sorts of shit, playing volleyball and shit. God knows what else.
I'm a mountain man.
So we skipped a week. Hey, we skipped a week.
Oops. Sorry.
Oops.
Sorry about you.
Anyway, we've been on Zoom for like almost an hour and a half now, catching up for a week's worth of missed friendship.
If we recorded that for the Patreon, we would have 1,000 subscribers by the end of the month.
I almost did, but I was like, this is between the boys. It was dirty and juicy and sensual. We spoke about everything from showering in cabins in the Adirondack to sex clubs in Soho. And I'm assuming the viewers, if you're even listening at this point, because we took a week off, can guess who did what.
You missed out. All
right.
Join the Patreon.
Well, don't I join the Patreon, but but what we're talking about isn't going to be on it because I didn't record it anyway.
No, it's not. It's not going to be on there whatsoever, brother.
Anyway, get into what we're getting into because I know it's going to take you a while.
Small intro.
That was a small intro. We're sorry, but we're not sorry.
Oh, okay. Yeah, I guess I'll take over the whole episode. I guess I'll take over the whole episode.
It's your topic. I don't even know what the fuck we're talking about. You played me a video like 3 feet away from the microphone, and then you were like, and I watched a documentary about it. And I said, okay, let's talk about it. So
and then I watched a documentary with my brother.
Oops.
All right. So I just
God, why you got moody in a week, bro? Homeboy went to the mountains and said, nah.
I came back.
Homeboy, I got a good punchline. Homeboy went to the mountains, came back and said, nah, I'm a BJ Mac now.
I'm a BJ Mac.
Sorry, I'm so moody. It's harder for me because mine's carbonated.
Mine's dry. Those are actual.
Okay, I'm gonna.
No, okay, I'm good. Those are actual gags.
I might leave one of those in and then cut. Those are actual gags.
I don't know why, but it's a dry wine.
Oh, I know. Collin's drinking not even boxed, bagged wine.
Look at this. This baby's empty. This baby's gone.
You can't slap it when it's empty.
I already did though. It's done.
And I mean, you motherfuckers know what I'm doing. Anyway, wait. We started the. Now we're just getting back into pre. We've been on Zoom for so long. We miss each other. Okay, if no one could tell.
Oh, this is
what.
Awesome.
What the fuck are we talking about?
Okay, so we are talking about the different types or tiers of civilizations that may be out there. I just played JMac a video of a 1 through 3 type civilization.
But then the video ended. And my question was going to be, well, we don't fit any of those. So what are we? And then you said, I watched a documentary that went up to tier 7.
Yes.
So break down the first 3.
So
then
we
I'm
according
already, I want to say now, I'm already not on Collin's side, but let's see where this goes. Go.
we according to the guy who did it, and I can't remember it. Hopefully, I'll find it and send it to JMac.
Carl.
Carl said we are a point. I think it was a 3 something civilization.
What? No, he
And
said in 100 years we'll be 1. But
okay, so
the
maybe it's a
tiers
point
get
7.
the tiers. Okay, 0.7 would make sense.
So
'Cause
we're
one,
not
and
even at
then-
1 yet.
Wait, so what the fuck? Okay, I'm with the viewers
not
now.
even
What the
at
fuck is
1
tier
yet.
7? Okay, go.
Now, 1, I'm not going to explain that. I'm going to jump right to 4, 5, 6, and 7.
Okay, I'm
4,
gonna put a muzzle on. Hold on. Oh wait,
4,
that could come across as a Trump joke. I'm
that
not.
could.
It's not a. I was just
maybe
gonna
not.
cover. I was gonna cover my mouth. I wear masks all the time. Okay, whatever. 1 through 7, go.
So 4 is starting to.
You didn't talk about 1 through 3.
Oh shit! Should I just play the freaking video then? Because 1 through 1.
No, because I'm fucking.
I can't
YouTube's gonna
remember it
copyright us.
verbatim.
All right, I can. Tier 1.
Excuse me.
Colin's gonna throw up again, dude.
Oh, excuse me.
So tier
Okay.
1, tier
Control
1,
the weather.
people
They
are
can control
controlling
the
the
weather.
weather. Tier 2, people are like exploring the solar system further than what we know. Tier 3,
They're starting to play with black holes. That's right.
and time travel and intergalactic travel.
Yes.
And
Okay.
so
All right.
then what is good luck with
Tier
this
4.
shit? What's 4, 5, 6, and 7?
Tier 4, instead of starting to play with black holes, they're starting to harness suns, but they're harnessing the power of the suns still with a flesh body. Tier 5.
What is that you just described? Solar. We're already harnessing the power of the suns with a flesh body. It's called solar.
Well, so if you know how they say they're harnessing the power of a black hole, they're getting all that energy.
Are they harnessing like the nuclear power of the sun?
Yes.
Okay.
So they're harnessing the very core of the sun to power their cities. Tier 5. Tier
Still
5,
solar power, but okay.
They're
Tier
getting
5.
They're getting past the sun, and now they're starting to venture into exploding stars. They're starting
Nebulas.
They're starting to venture into controlling and
Or
harnessing.
depending on the star. Well, no, a nebula is an already dead star mid-explosion. So they're talking about novas, and depending on the size of the star, supernovas.
That's right. They're starting to control those. Now, tier 6, we lose our fleshy physical bodies. We're now just our consciousness. We don't have to depend on all of the different materials that are out in space, controlling suns, controlling nebulas, controlling exploding stars, black holes, white holes, whatever it may be. We're able to sustain ourselves, but we're not able to expand onward. Now, tier 7, they are the beings that created everything. They're the ones who can no longer disappear, exist forever, see everything going on, can't interact, and are just there to be the top row balcony in the opera, using the goggles to watch.
So in layman's terms, the gods, if you will.
Exactly. They once created and once destroyed and once formed and morphed, but now they're only able to watch and feed off what's going on.
So then essentially no mortal being can reach tier 7.
Never.
Because in the video you showed me, this person said we could reach tier 1 in 100 years, tier 2 in 1,000 years, tier 3 in 100,000 years. And if you continue the math, tier 4 in 1,000,000 years, tier 5 in 1,000,000,000 years, tier 6 in 1,000,000,000,000 years, which we're not going to be around for that.
Never. Shout out to my boy Cole freaking Belcher. He's the guy who showed me this.
Dude, why do Coles have, side note, you have a friend named Cole Belcher?
Yeah, he's my dog.
Well, he's not
He's
my
a
dog.
He's my dog.
Yeah, mine's not that. One of the kids who sold me weed in high school, his name is Cole Heine, which is also a funny. I was gonna say, why do all Coles have hysterical last names? Dude, stop chugging wine. It's not good for the pod. I have to cut all the. I'm not gonna cut this, but I have to cut all this out.
You're lying. Don't lie
All
to our
right,
viewers.
all right. So
don't lie to our viewers.
So let's say we even make it to
do it.
Let's say we even make it to tier 1, right? Oh my God, you are in fucking Canada, dude.
I'm drinking a blue light here, bud.
I'm drinking a Labatt blue.
Hey, Labatt blue light. I drink at least 18 to 20 of these a day for a week straight, playing frisbee, nothing but knock hockey, pool frisbee, and beach frisbee. And I'm sitting here chilling, drinking more, talking to my main male who's sitting here in fucking New York.
My main male.
Hey, you're my main male. Don't fucking discriminate.
Okay, wait. Back on track. Let's get back on track, Labatt. All right. Fucking. Let's say we even hit tier 1, right?
Yep. I'll be around. I'll be a cyborg.
Yeah, you will be. I'll be long gone because humanity's supposed to die in like 20 years.
I'll dig you up and bring you back.
Dude, if you could Darth Vader me, that'd be pretty badass.
Anakin is gone. I am what remains.
But it wouldn't be like. Wait, was that a Kenobi spoiler?
Yeah.
I haven't watched it yet.
Get the frick out of here.
Dude, okay. Another sidetrack. You know what? Fuck it. Fuck the conspiracy.
Wait.
I haven't spoken
because this Kenobi thing leads into the freaking 6th, 7th, and 8th. Because if we're talking about we're harnessing the power of the sun, how powerful are the people living on the earth and what kind of shit can they do?
Okay, then you can dive into Kenobi. I was going to say I haven't watched it yet because Liv put me onto Formula One Drive to Survive. Greatest show I've ever seen in my life. I binge watch. Have you ever seen it?
No, but I've Formula One drivers.
No. You're starting it as soon as this call's over. You're starting it. I binge watched 4 seasons in 3 days. It was the greatest show I've ever watched in my fucking life.
Formula One drivers are the top tier athletes of every sport.
But Netflix has cameras on their cars. They have full access to the team comms.
Yeah.
Dude, it's so good. Watch it. Anyway,
spaceships made out of carbon fiber that will explode if they hit a quarter in the road.
Oh, yeah. And there's a lot of that, too.
Yeah.
So back to spaceships. Kenobi, spoil it for me. How does that relate to tier fucking 69 or whatever you're talking about?
Okay, so let's say we're at tier 5, tier 6. If we're harnessing the power of different suns, different falling stars,
but you're jumping so
holes.
far ahead. This is why I love your mind, because like to me, I can't conceptualize tier 1, and you're like, yes, so we're basically gods at this point.
Well, that's just it. If we're using energy fields around us to choke people, to push people, to lift different objects.
But is that what tier 6 does?
Well, I'm talking tier 5 and tier 6. If we're harnessing black holes, white holes, suns, exploding planets.
But I thought you meant for like energy, not for physical
if it's
power.
For energy,
I thought tier 6 we didn't even have physical beings.
Well, that's why I'm talking tier 5, tier 6. If we're getting to that point, what do you think we can do as objects? If we're at tier 5,
but if everything
in fleshy bodies, what do you think we can do as people?
True.
We've been around for so long.
Yeah.
We know so much. We can do so much. We're on the verge of losing our physical body to become nothing but a mental physical state floating around in absolute everything, doing whatever we want. but we can't reach the God tier level. So here we are at level 5. We're sitting here having these abilities, these powers, and we're able to use these pushes, these chokes, these lifts, control objects with our mind, with the select few who are tied into what's going on around us, which is like today's times. A select few of us can see ghosts. A select few of us can see auras. A select few of us can feel ghosts, talk to ghosts, be mediums, quote unquote.
But if the collective was tier 6, wouldn't that mean a majority of people would be able to do this?
Well, that's where the Galactic Republic, that's where the Jedi Order, that's where the Fallen Order comes in, the people who are trying to destroy, create, and rebuild. So if we're on this tier and we now have these people who can do this, who would keep researching into...
So wait. Because I'm confused, and I'm sure anyone listening is confused. So on tier 6, it's a limited group of people?
Well, think of it like,
because in my head the whole time, in my head the whole time, it was like civilization as a whole reaches tier 1. Civilization as a whole, that's why it takes so long to get there.
Well, why do you think it takes us so long right now to reach a new point? It doesn't take all of civilization.
But still, my question is, we hit tier 6 and we have these psychic, Jedi, or Sith abilities, right?
Yeah.
That's only like Star Wars, where it's...
Well, what do you think the people of Tatooine who had to work 9-to-5 jobs, who have 0 abilities, who have to trade and dig scraps off of fallen Star Destroyers to make a living? Not every single person of every single civilization is going to be of the top tier. We're always going to have those outliers.
So we're going to leave. Okay.
Yeah. So if we have those select few who are pushing tier 6, and once we get to tier 6, we have, of course, the select few trying to push the boundaries, trying to reach, trying to find out who the hell is tier 7. Who's there? What are they? It's not going to be everybody, because we're always going to have those people being taken out by a twister in a trailer park. We're always going to have those few. It's not going to be we're always going to have the group of people who are sitting there on their front porch, handcuffing their hands behind their back because they don't like that sausage is being made with different flavored peppers. We're always going to have those outliers.
Are there people doing that now?
I mean, mostly PETA people, but we're always going to have those outliers. We're always going to have those outliers.
Yeah.
Not all of civilization is going to be up to date, ready to go, gung ho. Let's advance. Let's make ourselves better. Let's push ourselves to the utmost possibility. We're always going to have at least 80 to 75% of the group being like, you know what? I'm pretty good with staying where I'm at. I enjoy just sitting here with my thumb up my ass, smoking my cigarettes, watching my cartoons. I don't need to know what else is going on out there. We're always going to have that. Always. So those top tier individuals are going to be the ones that push our civilization into the next tier.
Okay, now, yeah, okay. Now I'm starting to get it.
And that's where we get to tier 6. And in the video.
But as we discussed in the beginning of the episode, we can never reach tier 7.
Yes. In the video, the man starts to explain. We hopefully, quote unquote, get to the point where we find out without a shadow of a freaking doubt, there's a tier 7. But, excuse me. Once we know that there is a tier 7 and we start to try to interact and see what it is on how to get there.
Is we the tier 6s, or we as all the tiers say, well, what's better than tier 6?
The ones on tier 6 who are willing to push
so now
that
it's
extra mile.
But now that's just becoming a superpowered government. That's horrifying.
So taking conspiracy Kollin out of the question, taking my government is going to overthrow and create this out of the question. If you're not willing to expand beyond what you know, do you ever think the outliers are going to make it?
I don't really know what that means.
If you're not willing,
you're speaking
I'm
like,
trying to double speak so we don't get flagged or hated on.
but you're talking like
I'm trying to double
the
speak
shit
here.
you're saying. Like, I know you, but I'm trying to put my mindset in the frame of all of us tier zeros, and you're sort of
Okay, so here we go.
You're sort of going across as a dictator right now.
I'm pulling off all the filters. I'm pulling off all the filters.
Yeah, say what you have to say. We're deep in. We're deep in.
Now we have the group of people who are believing that this is possible. We can elevate our consciousness. We can develop this science to become a tier 6, and we're going to be something brand new that civilization has never seen before. And our advances will take us to such heights that we're going to be able to interact with the first tier civilizations and become gods.
Oh, I want to undermine you so bad right now. Keep going.
But hold it. Within that tier 5 going on to tier 6 civilization, we're always going to have that group that is living in the shadow that tier 6 is good with me. My job is good with me. My life, my wife, my kids, everything good with me.
But I thought tier 6 was just floating consciousness.
Even if you are, you're still going to interact with different consciousness. And if you're a consciousness, you're still going to have the feeling of somewhat humanoid.
So what? Like, if I have a family, I have a wife and kids, and I hit tier 6, I'm just gonna evaporate.
Do you remember the Rick and Morty episode with the fart?
I know. I wanted to say that a while ago, but I didn't want to get stuck on the fart because it makes what you're saying sound even more ridiculous, if I'm being honest.
Remember how he said, Morty, if you bring me back to this wormhole, I have all these beings who are just like me, who are going to come here and exterminate all of the ones who can't accept what's about to happen and elevate you to consciousness.
It's a dictator.
It's a dictator, but at the same time, if you're not willing to push the boundaries of science and the boundaries of your body, are you going to get there with straight if, ands, or buts with the society we live in?
No, and I'm not opposed to it. I'm just dying at the fucking phrasing you're using because it's hysterical.
I'm trying to be so politically correct and not upset.
And
people.
you are you are failing.
I'm failing
miserably.
so hard. I'm failing so hard.
Like, yeah, can't we just exterminate the useless people?
Can we just get rid of them? Oh my god.
And this is why I turn off clipping our fucking
I love this podcast so much.
Me too, buddy.
I'm tearing up a little bit.
All right, look, it would be sick, but when you pitched it to me and I was like, let's do an episode, I thought, like, to reach a tier, all of us have to be on the same page. And you're like, no, there's still motherfuckers on tier 0, but I'm a bodiless, conscious god. And I'm going to exterminate the tier 0. And it's like, no, that sounds really bad when you say it out loud.
It's really bad when you lay it out.
I thought it was like a let's unite everyone. Let's unite everyone and progress. Like, I thought it had to be together. I thought it had to be like a planetary thing, because you're talking about planets who are on tier 6 or 7 or whatever. And then you're like, no, our planet's going to be divided. We already are.
Everything's going to be divided. Everything's going to go to shit. Oh, that
Well,
was so fucking
it's already in the shit. So I guess there's the optimist in me being like, well, we all have to come together and be like, let's get to tier 1. And you're just like, no, leave those motherfuckers.
Leave them. Oh,
And that, my friends, is the conspiracy of the human race.
Oh, that was so funny. Holy shit. Oh,
this has been
a couple pints pod.
No, fuck. Because it's safe to say.
Oh, we're definitely not out.
You should. We're not, because this is over in 2 minutes.
Oh, that's right. I didn't even see that up there.
Well, I was gonna whisper, let's leave those motherfuckers on tier 1 when I said it's safe to say. Well, you don't have to whisper.
It was on tier 1. Leave them behind. Drop them. This is the droid army.
But now you're saying it. Now you're saying it in an evil voice. It would have been funny if it was like,
this is a dictatorship.
Oh,
we
God.
are a droid army. Nothing will stop us.
And
this is a couple pints spawn.
And we definitely got strikes for this. Not cutting any of it.
I love this podcast so much.
Me too, baby boy. All right, I'll talk to you in like 15 seconds when I end the call, and then inevitably call you back because I'm not done, but this is the episode.
I can't wait to see you again.
All right, sorry we took a week off.
Bye, everybody. Thank you for being around.
Join us on tier fucking 69, whatever. I don't know.
You're 69.
I feel like instead of debunking you that whole time, I was just trying to like.
You were trying to settle me down.
I was like being your manager. I'm like, whoa, you can't say that. We can't publish it. But Kollin had too much wine. So anyway,
that dry rosé.
We're back. Dry rosé fueled. See you next week. Peace. Love. Do you have anything? Okay. Still.
Do it.
Said dictator.